True love doesn't shout from rooftops or beg for attention with flowery words. It's a quiet force, steady and unshakable, revealed not in what someone says, but in how they move through the world with you. In a culture obsessed with loud declarations and fleeting promises, the one who truly loves you doesn't need to prove it with speeches. They prove it with actions, small, deliberate, and often silent. These actions weave a tapestry of devotion, visible only to those who pause to notice. If you've ever wondered how to spot love that's real, look for the signs that don't need a voice. They're there, in the pauses, the restraint, the choices made when no one's watching. Here's what true love looks like when it speaks without words, and if these insights resonate. Check out WisdomWavesAura on YouTube for more reflections to guide your journey. Imagine someone who doesn't try to fill every moment of your silence. They respect your need for space, your moments of solitude, without letting their insecurities creep in. They understand that you are not a possession to be clung to, but a soul to be cherished. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once wrote, "We often suffer more in our imagination than in reality." Someone who loves you deeply doesn't let their fears of losing you turn into control. They don't bombard you with questions or demand constant reassurance. Instead, they stand beside you, comfortable in the quiet, because they know love doesn't suffocate, it liberates. They give you room to breathe, to think, to be, without making you feel guilty for needing time alone. This kind of respect is a silent testament to their trust in you and the strength of their love. It's not about owning your time, it's about honoring your freedom. Then there's the way they show up, day after day, without making a spectacle of it. True love doesn't need applause. It's consistent, not because it seeks recognition, but because it's rooted in something deeper than fleeting emotions. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." The person who loves you doesn't demand you notice their efforts. They're there, quietly reliable, like a steady anchor in a stormy sea. While the world spins with chaos and drama, they remain your unmoving center. They don't need to announce their loyalty or parade their devotion. Their presence is enough, constant, dependable, and unshaken by the noise around them. This consistency isn't loud, but it's profound, and it's one of the clearest signs of a love that's built to last. If you're seeking more wisdom on living with purpose, WisdomWavesAura on YouTube offers insights to help you navigate life's complexities. Love also shows itself in restraint, especially when emotions run high. The person who truly loves you doesn't lash out in anger or let frustration dictate their actions. They respond, not react. As Epictetus taught, anyone who can anger you becomes your master. Someone who loves you refuses to be a slave to their impulses. They choose calm over chaos, not to impress you, but to protect the peace you share. When things go wrong, they don't raise their voice or point fingers. Instead, they approach challenges with discipline, seeking solutions rather than fueling conflict. This self-mastery isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about directing them with intention. Their calm becomes a shield for your relationship, a quiet promise that they value your connection over their fleeting feelings. You'll also know someone loves you by how they speak of you when you're not there. True love guards your name in your absence. They don't let gossip or slander tarnish your reputation, not because you're flawless, but because their loyalty doesn't waver with distance. As Cleanthus, the Stoic philosopher, said, "A virtuous life aligns with reason and nature, and it's not virtuous to betray what's sacred." When your name comes up in conversation, they defend you with quiet conviction. They don't need to boast about your virtues or exaggerate your worth. They simply ensure you're respected. This kind of loyalty doesn't seek reward. It's a natural extension of their commitment to you. It's love that holds steady, whether you're in the room or miles away. Another sign lies in how they support your growth without making you feel small. True love doesn't chain you to who you are, now it pushes you to become more. It sharpens your edges, not to control you, but to help you carve your own path. Musonius Rufus, another Stoic thinker, said that virtue is a matter of deeds, not words. Someone who loves you doesn't just cheer for your successes, they challenge you to reach them. They don't clip your wings out of fear that you'll outgrow them. Instead, they hand you a sword to cut through your limitations. They celebrate your evolution, even if it means you change in ways they didn't expect. This kind of love isn't about comfort, it's about elevation. It's about wanting you to be stronger, wiser, and more yourself, even if that journey takes you far from where you started. For more on embracing growth and purpose, WisdomWavesAura on YouTube shares Stoic-inspired wisdom to fuel your journey. When someone loves you, they don't just support your growth, they hold a mirror to your flaws with courage and care. They don't flatter your weaknesses or let you coast in mediocrity. Instead, they challenge you to rise above, not with harsh words or shame, but with quiet, respectful honesty. Epictetus advised that if you want to improve, you must be content to seem foolish at times. The person who loves you isn't afraid to make you uncomfortable if it means helping you grow. They don't criticize to wound, they confront to awaken. They point out your blind spots, not to tear you down, but to help you see clearly. This isn't indulgence disguised as love, it's a commitment to your potential. They believe in the person you can become, and they're willing to walk with you through the discomfort of getting there. Perhaps the most telling sign of true love is the peace it brings. Someone who loves you doesn't stir chaos in your soul or feed your anxieties. Their presence is like still water, deep, calm, and grounding. Seneca wrote that the greatest blessings are within us, and true love is one of those blessings. It doesn't compete with your inner peace. It nurtures it. You don't feel on edge around them, wondering if you're enough or if they'll turn away. Their love feels steady, like a quiet harbor where you can rest without fear of storms. They don't provoke your doubts or amplify your fears. Instead, they become part of your inner citadel, a safe space where you can be fully yourself. This tranquility is a gift, one that speaks louder than any declaration of love ever could. These signs, respect for your solitude, quiet consistency, disciplined calm, loyalty in your absence, support for your growth, honest challenges, and unshakable peace are the language of true love. They don't require grand gestures or poetic vows. They're found in the everyday choices of someone who loves you, not because they need you, but because they choose you, again and again. Love like this doesn't perform for an audience or demand recognition. It's disciplined, enduring, and rooted in action. As the Stoics remind us, life is about what we do, not what we say. The person who loves you lives this truth, showing up in ways that matter, even when the world isn't watching. If you're looking for love, don't chase the loudest voice or the flashiest display. Look for the one who's there, quietly, consistently, through the ordinary moments. Their silence isn't absence, it's presence. Their restraint isn't indifference, it's devotion. Their love doesn't need to be shouted because it's woven into the fabric of their actions. And when you find it, you'll know it's real, not because they told you, but because they showed you. If this perspective speaks to you, dive deeper into Stoic wisdom and personal growth with WisdomWavesAura on YouTube, where we explore how to live with intention and clarity. This kind of love isn't about possession or performance, it's about partnership. It's about two people choosing to walk side by side. Not because they're incomplete without each other, but because they're better together. It's a love that doesn't demand perfection, but inspires progress. It's a love that doesn't cling, but empowers. And it's a love that doesn't need words because its actions are loud enough. So, if you have someone in your life who shows these signs, cherish them. They're not just loving you, they're living love in its truest form. And if you're still searching, keep your eyes open for these quiet signals. They're the ones that matter most. For those on a journey to understand themselves and the world around them, WisdomWavesAura on YouTube offers a space to reflect, learn, and grow. Subscribe to explore more Stoic principles and timeless insights that help you navigate relationships, purpose, and life's challenges with clarity and strength. True love, like true wisdom, doesn't need to shout to be heard, it simply endures.